Okay, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I can't sit here and say that this wasn't close to a version of what I expected watching this game, seeing now the outcome of what it is. I turned the game off with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go because I decided not to watch the Steelers continue to run the score up on us. Don't need that in my life anymore. And I'm sure I'll get some comments from the couple of you brain dead morons talking about how Aiden is just as bad as Gardner, blah, blah, blah. It's just people who perpetually live on the internet and have no idea how to watch a football game with their own eyes. Was Aiden great today? No, he was fine. Save for the interception at the end of the game where the game was already out of hand. He had one bad throw, which was the throw over the middle to, I believe, Harrison Bryant. Other than that, he was accurate with the ball. He protected it. He didn't put it in harm's way, which is exactly what head coach Antonio Pierce asked of him. Other than the first drive of the game, we could not run the football at all. And I said this in my Aiden film breakdown. We're going against the best defense in the league. It's going to be tough sledding. The only way we win this game is if we play it perfectly and win the turnover battle. And yet again, we lose the turnover battle, and the game fumbles away from us. And the difference between this game and the Bronco game is that the quarterback was the reason for the turnovers in the Bronco game. Especially when you have guys wide open and you're throwing the ball 6 feet over their head, or you're throwing jump balls to your shortest wide receiver when you're only down 10 in the third quarter. In this game, Aiden O'Connell, save for, again, the last pick that he had, which had nothing to do with the outcome of this game. It's just someone trying to make a play at the end, which is not something that I almost said Jimmy Garoppolo, Gardner Minshew was doing at all. This game had Dylan Laube fumble the ball, a blocked punt for the Steelers, Amir Abdullah fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line after he might have scored, a play called back that was a touchdown pass that would have made it an 8-point game, unless we go for 2 and make it 7 for Alexander Madison when there wasn't a guy downfield, and we didn't even get the ball off on that play, which means the play should have never counted. They reviewed it and said it still should have counted, even though there were zeros on the clock. There was so much more than quarterback play to blame here. And the officiating was piss poor. The 4 penalties that we had gave him 4 first downs. One of them was on a 3rd and 18 where they called a pass interference on Max when he virtually wasn't even involved in the play at all. Like, barely touched Justin Fields. Again, you have multiple fumbles. You have a blocked punt. But the reason why I kind of expected an outcome similar to this is because we were down Thayer Mumford, Jacoby Myers, Devontae Adams, Marcus Epps, Christian Wilkins, Zamir White. Some of these guys are Pro Bowlers. And now, on a 2-point conversion, we're running like pick plays for Bachman. Like, you can't expect to go out there and compete at a high level against one of the best defenses in the league when this is the offense you're running out. And it's not anybody's fault that people are injured, but I expected this to kind of be the outcome when I thought Jacoby Myers was still going to be playing in the game. So we're not going to blame Aiden O'Connell. He protected the ball. He did what he was supposed to. Was he great? No. Did I say he was going to be great? No. I said the offense is going to look better. Unfortunately, we really didn't get to see that because, again, we kind of bailed on the run after the first drive. We were running a lot of dinky-dunk screen passes. This was probably Luke Getsy's worst game. There was a 2nd and 18 where he ran a draw, which was absolutely insane. But, again, I'm not going to just throw this all on Luke Getsy because instead of scheming up plays for Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers, he's scheming up plays for Kimbrell Wilkerson and Bachman. This is not easy to do. You got to play perfect football. And what do the Steelers do time and time and again? They find a way to pick up their shitty offense, excuse my language. But Justin Fields is a borderline backup quarterback. He's terrible. He threw an interception right to Divine Diablo, and there was another BS pass interference, or not pass interference, roughing the passer call. He was skipping balls all the live long day. Good thing he was skipping balls because there was a couple times where he would have thrown pick sixes. But, and I said this when I made my prediction video, if we're going to win a lot of these games, we got to Pittsburgh Steelers away into these wins. Forced turnovers. And 2 times, the best player on the field, TJ Watt, punched the ball out. Once in our own red zone, once at the 1 yard line. And, I don't love the idea of rushing to get a play in there, even though you only need inches, and going with Amir Abdullah, one of your skinnier, smaller running backs. Now, he should be able to get 1 yard, but what does he do? He fumbles. Instead of us taking our time, maybe challenging the play, quarterback sneaking it, now we're down 7 with a whole quarter to go. We fumble at the 1 yard line. Again, the difference between this game and the Denver game was it was the quarterback who was making the mistakes in the Denver game. In this game, Aiden did exactly what AP said. Make quick decisions, get the ball out, protect the football. And besides that one bad, just trying to make a play throw at the end of the game where it didn't matter, he did that. He understood the assignment and he did it. And by the way, for all the people that said, he's going to get sacked 100 times, watch what Minshew, he's able to escape. Aiden got sacked 1 time. He maneuvered in the pocket. He got the ball out. He had 1 bad throw that he missed Harrison Bryant. I do expect the offense to continue to get better and better as the weeks go on. But I got to be honest with you. And I was a big proponent of this guy. I was championing the hire. But time and again, Antonio Pierce has not had these teams ready to play football. That's just like the facts. Penalties, untimely penalties, whether or not they should have been, would have been, could have been, doesn't matter. Don't put yourself in a position to get penalized. Consistently losing the turnover battle. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, and the team's not ready to play. I don't blame him for the injuries. It's unfortunate that people keep getting hurt. But the Steelers were banged up too, defensively. They had a lot of guys out and a lot of guys hurt. But their best player, TJ Watt, was 100 times better than our best player, Max Crosby. And I don't ever want to hear Max Crosby compared to TJ Watt even being put in the same breath because he's just not that player. Max Crosby did nothing the whole game. And you don't hear TJ Watt complaining about him getting doubled and triple teamed. He goes out there and he gets the ball. And Max was fine today, but he didn't change the game like the guy across the field did. So I don't want to hear them compared. TJ Watt is 100 times better than anybody else on the football field today. And he will continue to be better than everybody else. That's just the way it is. He didn't have any sacks today, but he forced 2 fumbles, 1 at the goal line. And yeah, it's frustrating to kind of be like, well, what were we supposed to do? We're down 100 people, and the quarterback situation is not great, and we can't run the football. You got to ride this thing out with Aiden and probably draft somebody if he doesn't make significant leaps or bounds. Would we have been able to win this game with Devontae and Jacoby? Who knows? But there were times where Aiden was protected. He was scanning the field, and there was just nobody open. And again, when you're throwing a DJ Turner and Bachman and Wilkerson, I don't know what to expect, guys. Like, I understand getting mad when we make these dumb mistakes, but it's like the better team won today. It just is what it is sometimes. We hurt ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes that just means you're not a good football team. And especially when you don't have guys at full strength, and especially when you don't get a lot of calls going your way, or Justin Fields throws a backwards pass to nobody, and there's 3 Raiders around Jaylen Warren, and somehow Jaylen Warren comes up with the football, right? We pick somebody off back because of a flag. We throw a touchdown back because of a flag. That was the one drive where Aiden was like, screw it. I'm just going to try to fit this ball in between 2 guys to DJ Turner. Best throw a quarterback's made for the Raiders all year. We go right down the field, flag. We maybe score, fumble. This loss is not on the quarterback. It's just not. And if anyone wants to say that it is, they're either looking for clicks or they don't feel like doing the work to try to figure out what the problems are, or they just don't really care and they just want to ruffle some feathers. So for the people that are going to comment, AOC sucks just like Minshew, maybe you're right, but this game wasn't on him, just like the Bronco game was exactly on Gardner Minshew. Aiden didn't lose the game. He's not going to win it for you. He's not going to elevate people that should be on the practice squad to be able to beat people like TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick. And this defense that we thought was going to be like the Steelers is just not. It's just not. It's good. It's fine. It's average. It can make some plays. It can get some timely stops. But it's not going to change the game. This is not a game-changing defense that we're working with right now. So we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully we get healthy. Maybe Devontae plays. I don't know. Let's get Zamir White back. Let's get Jacoby back. Let's get another game under our belt with Aiden. Let's try to evaluate him a little bit more, and let's see what we got moving forward. And again, if he doesn't play well, I'll be the first one to tell you, I got no dog in this race. I just want the better quarterback to play. I think there's no doubt about it. Just watching them play, who's the better quarterback? Aiden got sacked one time. He's not the mobile one. He got sacked once. He was making the right reads. He had one bad ball over the middle to Harrison Bryant. Other than that, he tried to make a play at the end of the game. It didn't work out. But, we'll see. It's tough right now for Raider fans, but maybe this will be good for us in the long run. It'll get us in position for Telesco to draft a quarterback. Brock Bowers is the real deal. Jacorian Bennett's the real deal. Other than that, we're just kind of middling. We got to get healthy, see if we can string some wins together, because after the Rams, it's going to get tough. We got the Chiefs, we got the Bengals, we got the Dolphins. It's going to get tough. So we're either going to be drafting high or we're going to string some wins together. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Join the Discord, link is in the description below. Join the Patreon, link is in the description below. And please subscribe. It is free after all the charges to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.